All right, let's try to do what I don't want to do. We're gonna try to we're we're gonna try to talk about this game. Oh shoot, here we go. Let's do an offensive letter grade.
A plus.
Eric, at least all I'm going to say is you didn't have to call it live. You had to sit there and watch it, but you didn't have to call it.
I would have, Chris. I would have rather have been here yelling. I would have.
I actually was sad I had to miss it, but I was as I'm watching the app, I'm like, maybe making money today is a better idea.
Yeah, yeah. 175 passing yards, 77 rushing yards for a whopping total of 252 yards of offense.
On
4
fire.
point 4.3 yards per play, 16 first downs. They were 6 of 16 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down. They had possessed the ball for only 26 minutes and 25 seconds and had 2 turnovers. F. Cory.
F minus. Can I go any higher than that? Z maybe.
Chris.
I'm giving them a 0 because they didn't show up for the test.
F. Got it. Okay. Incomplete. Beautiful. All right. That was is there any way possible you could give them a D minus? Anybody?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
But
you know what? It's you have to include the coaching with that. I blame the coaches more than I even do the players, even though the players were terrible. I think coaches didn't put them in any kind of situation that would work.
Yeah. Let me say this about the offense, and there's been a lot of questions about Will Howard and the hit, and was he concussed or not? Being there in person, it didn't look like the hit was targeting. I've watched some of the highlights and replay. I haven't not rewatched the game. I can't stomach to do that, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And so I saw the highlights of it, and that's not targeting.
Yeah, it was a clean hit.
It was a clean hit. Was he concussed? I don't know. They took him into the tent. He comes out of the tent, comes out running out of the tent. Fired up. Crowd goes crazy. I thought, here we go. We're going to have our moment, Justin Fields moment, He's going to get fired up. We're going to score. We're going to switch momentum. Here comes this moment for him of greatness, right? And he didn't have it. He didn't have it. Now, a lot of people were dogging him, and some people were saying, "What about McCord? McCord would have done better, etc." Listen, I am not going to blame Will Howard for this. Dude's got a heart of a lion, man. This was play calling. They did not put him in a good position at all. So I can't even go D minus here because the play calling was just so bad. But I'm not sitting here blaming Howard for any of this tonight. I'm not. And I'm not going to go back and revisit and have revisited history with the whole Kyle McCord thing, and it just does no good. Flipping over to the defensive side of the ball. We only allowed 62 passing yards, but this team couldn't pass the ball if their life depended on it, and everybody knew that. But we still gave up 172 rushing yards. I think over 50 of that was on 2 runs. Total yards allowed was 234 for only 4.0 yards per play. They only gave up 13 first downs. Michigan was 7 of 14 on third down and 0 and 1 on fourth down. They did possess the ball, however, for 33 minutes and 35 seconds. The defense did create 2 turnovers. I went with an A minus, Cory.
I give them an A. Perfect, no, but sometimes they couldn't get pressure. Sometimes, third downs they couldn't get up the field all the time. I do agree that missed tackle that led to a 30-yard run by Mullins. I get all that, but at the same time, I give them they essentially allowed 3 points. I cannot blame them for 2 and 3 yard drives. I mean, once we had a goal line stand and Will Howard just gave it right back to him, I knew right then and there there's a touchdown. And there's no way there's gonna stop them again. And so I can't put that on them. They allowed 1 drive for a score, 3 points. I'm sorry, they did. They just kept handing opportunities to the offense, and the offense just. How do you intercept the ball at the 15-yard line? You can't get any points out of it. That's pathetic. They get an A while the offense gets an F because I think the defense is the only reason that was even a game.
Yeah, I, I'm with you, Corey. I agree, and hey, 100%. I give credit to Jim Knowles, Larry Johnson, James Laurinaitis, Tim Walton. That defensive coaching staff did a tremendous job. Unlike the offense, their guys were prepared. They gave tremendous effort. At the end, I think they were just gassed a little bit when they gave up some of the big runs. When the offense doesn't stay out on the field and you can't get off the field, it's bad. So that was not their fault. Hey,
All right, A it is across the board on defense, F's across the board on offense. Usually we're not all in agreement, but this one, I went with A minus on the offense. Or sorry, A minus on the defense because those two runs really hurt. But again, if your offense doesn't continues to not get their defense off the field, what do you expect? So, I mean, it is what it is.